Thank you, Speaker. I rise to speak on behalf of the Greens on this important public interest debate. I thank the member for Sydney for bringing this important discussion to the chamber once again. I'd like to acknowledge the comments yesterday by my colleague, the member for Ballina, whose local area will be impacted by this decision, and the great win that it is for all of the environmentalists in the north. As an inner city MP, along with my colleague, the member for Newtown, we welcome this decision. And we want to make it clear, we understand the importance of our native forests and the critical role we must play in this place to ensure that our beautiful native species are protected. My community cares deeply about the environment, although we do live in the inner city, and we care about koalas, and we are so pleased to see this finally happen. The Greens welcome Labor's decision to follow through on this critical election commitment that has been a long time in the making. 176,000 hectares of forest will now be protected, a huge step in ensuring that the future generations will continue to be able to see koalas in the wild in New South Wales. Before this decision was made, logging was still rampant in this critical koala habitat, and we know that when the Forestry Corporation chops down our native forests, threatened species habitat is degraded at an alarming rate, putting not just koalas but also many other native animals at risk. We also know that native forest logging has cost New South Wales taxpayers more than $72 million over 4 years. So the people of New South Wales are subsidising the destruction of critical habitat, and it's something that does not sit right with so many people who live in this state. This change could not come soon enough, and I'd like to congratulate the Government and the Environment Minister and the Premier for this historic decision to establish the Great Koala National Park. The Greens take seriously our responsibility to bring the voices of the community into this place, because we know that decisions like this do not happen on their own. We know that this has been over 10 years in the making, 10 years of staunch advocacy. To all of the incredible people and organisations, North Coast businesses, scientists, forest defenders who have spoken out to encourage the Government to deliver the Great Koala National Park, we say thank you. To the Australian Conservation Foundation, the WWF Australia, Greenpeace, the Wilderness Society, the Nature Conservation Council New South Wales, Save Our Koalas, Wilderness Australia, the National Parks Association of New South Wales, North Coast Environmental Council, the Bob Brown Foundation, the North East Forest Alliance, and the Australian Climate and Biodiversity Foundation, the Knitting Nanas, and so many other groups and individuals who agitated, wrote letters, spoke up, stood in front of logging equipment to protect our koalas. We say thank you. I want to acknowledge that this decision will be met with trepidation from forestry workers whose jobs will be affected and their industries will be affected, and appreciate that this will not be easy. And we see from the passion in this chamber about this debate from those local members that it is a difficult decision, and it is going to be critically important that the affected workers are offered a fair and just transition as part of this park being created. And we don't want to disregard the impact that this will have, but we know that we can and must take urgent action to protect our environment and our native species into the future, because once they are gone forever. Koalas are an iconic species tied to our national identity, and koalas are at risk of becoming extinct in the wild by 2050. That's unimaginable. For my kids and for the kids that are yet to come and the grandkids that will be born, we cannot stand by and watch our beautiful koala population disappear. The science is clear, the community is behind it, it is time. The Greens will continue to push alongside environmental advocates for an end to native forest logging, but in the meantime, this is an incredibly welcome step to protect our critical native species, and we again want to just thank and congratulate the Government, the crossbench, and everybody who has been involved in this historic moment. It is really wonderful, and we should be celebrating.
I thank the member.